Algorand has been on the spotlight lately with major signs of a possible breakout happening soon. Can it finally reach $1 in 2025? Or will it struggle like previous years? In today's video, we'll break down Algorand's current market setup, adoption, growth, and the factors that could drive the price to go higher. We'll also look at expert opinions to evaluate whether or not ALGO is a good investment right now. Stay till the end because I'm going to be showing a key indicator that could signal whether or not Algorand will finally take off this 2025. Before we talk about where Algorand's price is heading, let's quickly go over what Algorand actually is and why so many investors are watching closely. The blockchain world is competitive, with tokens like Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano dominating. But Algorand also stands out because it solves some of the biggest challenges in crypto: scalability, speed, and decentralization. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, Algorand does not rely on mining, which makes it much more efficient and eco-friendly, although this is not our major concern right now. Transactions are finalized in 4 to 5 seconds, and there is zero downtime since they launched Algorand in 2019. Also, fees are near zero. And obviously this is a huge advantage, more like a requirement nowadays, because nobody's going to be using a blockchain that requires you to pay $10 to send maybe 5. Okay, that's something that's obsolete. A really strong point of Algorand as well is the team, the founder. Algorand was founded by Silvio Micali. He's a really amazing person. He's an MIT graduate and Nobel laureate and a leading cryptography expert. It is said that Satoshi Nakamoto was inspired by his work to create Bitcoin. So Silvio is really a genius in this regard. He's one of the minds behind zero knowledge proofs, which are used in privacy-focused crypto. His goal was to create a blockchain that's truly decentralized, scalable, and secure. With this strong foundation, does Algorand have real-world use cases that can push its price higher? One of the key things to look at when predicting crypto's future is adoption. The more companies and institutions that use blockchain, the more valuable its native token becomes, and in this area, Algorand has some strong partnerships. FIFA, the world's largest football organization, has chosen Algorand as its official blockchain partner.
So the blockchain, I really believe, is a tool, a platform that brings the people together with security. You can transact with anybody you want. You are 4.4 seconds from anyone else in the world for a secure transaction.
This is a huge deal because it gives Algorand global exposure in sports and digital collectibles. Then there's Circle, the company behind USDC, one of the largest stablecoins in the world. USDC transactions are now happening on the Algorand blockchain, making payments faster and much more efficient. Even governments are getting involved. The Marshall Islands is using Algorand to power its digital currency, making it one of the first countries to adopt blockchain at a national level. Beyond that, Algorand is also being used in the music industry with Opulus, where artists are able to tokenize their royalties, and in climate initiatives like Climate Trade, where companies are able to offset their carbon emissions. With all this adoption, real-world use cases, RWA projects using Algorand, why hasn't the price exploded yet? Is it finally ready for a breakout? If you guys are interested in getting some Algorand before the boom, make sure to use my affiliate link for Mexi below. You can earn up to $20,000 by depositing and trading using my affiliate link below. It's the best way to support the channel if you appreciate this content. Let's get back to it. So right now, Algorand's price, as you can see, is sitting around $0.28, and in this month we tested the $0.25 resistance twice. The first time the dip was eaten really fast, and the second one is closer to where we are right now at $0.28 approximately. Now this is a really important key level where there is a lot of strong buying pressure, all right, for Algorand. 0.25 or less, all right? This is a place where people are gonna start buying. Double bottom pattern that usually signifies a bullish pattern. Okay, so this means that there is a lot of resistance in this area and people are not letting the price go below 0.25. Now, as of today, Bitcoin was really close to getting back to 100K. So there is obviously an uptrend right now, and we are very close to surpassing 100K. I'm predicting this week or the next week, we are already going to be over 100K again. So this is for current market context. Now, obviously, if this happens, we could be having the alts follow Bitcoin. And if this happens, obviously, Algorand is also going to follow. Let's go back to Algorand. So the biggest hurdle right now, or the biggest resistance for Algorand right now, is getting past this level. $0.3 is the current level to watch. Now, if we go past this level, the next target would be around 0.36, as you can see right here in the Fibonacci retracement levels. This would be the next key level to watch, and from there it could build momentum to get to 0.5. Okay, so that would be the next key level to watch after 0.36. But it's not just technical patterns that are signaling a bullish setup. On-chain data also supports the idea that demand for Algorand is increasing. One of the best indicators of a blockchain's health is the on-chain data. So Into the Block is an amazing website. This is not sponsored, by the way, but here we can see a lot of interesting metrics. So in this case, we are taking a look at the active addresses. Right now, the price is not relevant. So in this line chart here, we can see that there's been some spikes in activity for addresses. This may be big events like airdrops or stuff like that. Just key moments where a lot of people join the blockchain for a specific purpose. But here we can see, according to Into the Block in the latest data, that there is more active addresses daily. And this is not just sudden spike like this, that it jumped from 95k addresses to 394, like almost 400k in a day, all right? Or yeah, practically in a day. This is a much more consistent data, just showing there is more active addresses being used on Algorand. So over the past 6 months, we can see that in September, we were sitting at 50k addresses, something like that, to at least the double. Here we can see like the minimums. We are at 105k, 127. So this is more than a double. In good days, maybe 200 plus k. This is a really strong increase in active addresses. Apart from these spikes here that are not signaling mass adoption and growing on-chain use, here we could see that the average was around 50k. And right now we can see the average is much higher, with the average being around 150k active addresses. So that's a 3x since September. That's a really, really bullish and good news, signaling a really, really good blockchain health for Algorand. So here we could see a really interesting metric as well, where we are able to see that the price is obviously varying and going up and down, but the number of addresses with balance is steadily increasing. In 2023, 16 million addresses with balance. Right now, we are sitting at 23.21 million addresses with balance. Okay, that's really bullish. It's just signaling there's a lot of on-chain activity, a lot of adoption, and a lot of addresses just holding balance and people adopting the use of Algorand. If we combine this with the technical analysis, it is obvious that there is a big chance for Algorand to hit $1 at least in 2025. So let's get into the price predictions. So let's do some scenarios. Let's start with scenario number 1. In the bullish case, if Algorand breaks past the key resistance levels and adoption continues to grow, we could definitely see Algorand push beyond $1. A rally to $1.5 isn't out of the question, especially if we see a strong altcoin season. In the neutral case, if we keep seeing this slow but steady growth in Algorand, we are looking at a price range between $0.5 and $0.8. This is still a solid increase from current levels, but it would take time. Lastly, I want to keep it real with you guys. In the bearish case, if Algorand struggles to gain momentum and Bitcoin enters another correction, we could see prices remain between $0.20 and $0.40. The key takeaway here is that Algorand has a lot going for it, but it needs to maintain momentum and break key resistance levels to truly take off. Now, there's a lot more to Algorand than what I mentioned in this video. They just launched staking, just released a video on that, so make sure to check it out if you want to learn more on that opportunity. I think it's the best crypto staking opportunity in 2025, definitely, and much more bullish news. The team is amazing, as I mentioned. John Woods is really, really good. As I mentioned, Silvio is a genius, and Algorand is not just your typical blockchain for meme coins and just speculation. They are actually building a really, really strong blockchain to use in the real world, with a lot of RWA projects interested in Algorand, and obviously the growing adoption of blockchain. This is definitely going to be a project that is going to be in the future, and is going to be one of the best projects to hold for sure. So what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Can Algorand get to $1 in 2025, or will it stay below 0.50? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment below. It really helps me and helps the video get out there. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. I'll be covering more Algorand updates in the future, market analysis, and the next big crypto investment opportunities. So stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video.